What if I told you your dog understands way more about your voice than you think? Not just the words, not just sit or stay, but the emotion, the intention, the energy behind every single sentence. Here's what's fascinating. Dogs don't process language the way humans do. They tune into tone first, before they even recognize a familiar word. They're reading your pitch, rhythm, and volume. A soft, high-pitched "who's a good boy" instantly lights up their brain. Why? Because upbeat tones trigger excitement and reward centers. It's like flipping a happiness switch. Now think about when you're stressed. Your voice gets tighter, sharper, faster, even. If you're saying something harmless like, "It's fine," your dog hears the tension, and they react to that tension. Ears back, body stiff, watching you closely. They don't need a dictionary. They need your tone. Research shows dogs can actually separate words from emotion. When you say a known command in a neutral voice, they recognize the word. But when you pair a positive word with a positive tone, that's when their brain lights up the most. Meaning matters, but emotion amplifies everything. And here's something even deeper. Your dog memorizes your vocal patterns over time. The way you call their name when you're happy is different from when you're annoyed. They catalog those differences. Subtle changes in pitch, barely noticeable to another human, stand out clearly to them. It's why they can tell the difference between "come here" for cuddles and "come here" when they knocked something over. They also recognize your voice from far away. In a crowded park, in a noisy house, your frequency cuts through the chaos because it's familiar and emotionally significant. To them, your voice equals safety. Even silence speaks. When you stop talking during a tense moment, your dog senses that shift. When your voice softens during a sad day, they often move closer. It's not magic, it's emotional attunement. They're reading the music of your voice, not just the lyrics. So the next time you talk to your dog, remember this. They may not understand every word you say, but they understand how you feel when you say it. And to them, that's everything. You haven't even touched the doorknob yet, and somehow your dog already knows. It starts with the tiny signals, the way you stand up a little differently, the sound of keys sliding across the counter, the shift in your breathing as you grab your shoes. To you, it's nothing. To your dog, it's a full-blown announcement. They're leaving. Dogs are masters of micro details. They don't need a packed bag or a goodbye speech. They study patterns every single day. You follow routines without realizing it. Shower, coffee, shoes, keys, door. And your dog has memorized that sequence like it's their favorite song. The moment the leaving pattern begins, their behavior changes. Maybe they suddenly follow you from room to room. Maybe they sit quietly, watching. Some dogs grab a toy and bring it to you, as if saying, "Wait, stay, play instead." Others head to the window early, preparing for the long watch until you return. And here's the fascinating part. It's not just routine, it's emotional awareness. Dogs can read subtle changes in your body language and scent. Yes, scent. When you're about to leave, your stress levels may rise slightly. Even if you don't feel it, your dog can detect hormonal shifts through smell. They sense anticipation before you even open the door. That look they give you, the wide eyes, the still posture, the soft tail wag that's not quite happy. It's not drama, it's attachment. Because to your dog, You're not running errands. You're their world walking out the door. Some dogs experience mild separation anxiety. Others simply wait patiently, conserving energy until your return. But almost all dogs mark time differently when you're gone. Studies suggest they can estimate duration based on scent fading in the home. That's right, as your scent becomes lighter, they understand time is passing. And when you finally come back, it doesn't matter if you were gone 5 minutes or 5 hours. The reunion is pure joy. Tail spinning, full body wiggles. That explosive happiness isn't exaggeration. It's relief. You came back. So the next time your dog starts acting strange before you leave, pause for a second. They're not being clingy. They're not being dramatic. They just know. And in their simple, loyal heart, they're hoping this time, maybe you'll decide to stay. What if I told you? The moment a puppy opens its eyes for the first time isn't just cute. It's a tiny miracle happening right in front of you. For the first 10 to 14 days of life, puppies live in total darkness. No light, no shapes, no faces. Their world is built on warmth, scent, and touch. They find their mom by smell. They snuggle with their littermates by instinct. They don't need sight yet, because nature knows they're not ready. And then, one quiet day, it happens. A tiny slit appears where their eyelids were sealed shut. Not wide open, not dramatic, just a slow, delicate crack of light entering their world for the very first time. But here's the surprising part. When puppies first open their eyes, they still can't see clearly. Everything is blurry, fuzzy, almost dreamlike. Their vision is limited, often grayish-blue, and they can only detect light and movement at first. It's like waking up underwater. Imagine experiencing light for the first time. After days of darkness, the world suddenly glows. At this stage, puppies are still wobbly. Their steps are shaky. Their eyes may look cloudy or slightly blue. That's completely normal. Over the next few weeks, their vision sharpens. The world gains detail. Faces become recognizable. Movement becomes exciting. And this is when their personalities start to bloom. The bold one begins exploring beyond the nest. The shy one blinks slowly, observing everything. The curious one tilts its head at shadows on the wall. Opening their eyes marks a huge developmental leap. It signals that their brain and nervous system are maturing. They're transitioning from pure survival mode to discovery mode. But here's something even more heart-melting. Often, the first thing they truly focus on, once their vision improves, is their mother. The warmth they've always known now has a face. The heartbeat they've slept beside now has eyes. It's not just about seeing, it's about connection. So the next time you see a tiny puppy with barely opened eyes, remember, you're witnessing the beginning of awareness, the first glimpse of a lifelong adventure. The very moment their dark, quiet world starts filling with light, color, and wonder. And honestly, that's more than adorable. That's magic. What if I told you your dog didn't just like you? What if that wagging tail, those soft eyes, that dramatic sigh when you leave the house is actually love? Not the human kind, not the fairy tale kind, but something raw, loyal, unbreakable. When dogs fall in love with their owners, it doesn't happen all at once. It builds, quietly every single day. It starts with observation. Your dog studies you. The way you walk, the sound of your footsteps, the rhythm of your breathing at night. Before you even grab your keys, they already know you're about to leave. That's not coincidence. That's attachment. Scientists have found that when dogs look into their owner's eyes, both the human and the dog release oxytocin, the same love hormone that bonds mothers to babies. Think about that. Your dog isn't just staring at you. They're chemically bonding with you. But here's where it gets deeper. When a dog falls in love, you become their safe place. In a crowded park, they'll keep checking back to see where you are. During a thunderstorm, they'll press against your legs. When they're scared, hurt, or confused, they don't run away. They run to you. Love, for a dog, is trust. It's choosing you over and over again. Have you ever noticed how your dog follows you from room to room? Bathroom included? That's not clinginess. That's connection. In their world, being near you equals safety. You are their pack, their leader, their home. And when you've had a bad day, somehow they know. They'll sit closer, rest their head on your lap, stay unusually calm. Dogs can read subtle changes in your scent and body language. When you're stressed, your body chemistry shifts and they sense it instantly. Their response? Stay close, protect, comfort. That's love. It's in the way they wait by the door, the way their whole body wiggles when you come home, the way they forgive you instantly, even if you accidentally step on their paw. Dogs don't love halfway. When a dog falls in love with their owner, it's total, pure. No conditions, no grudges, no ego, just loyalty. So next time your dog looks at you with those soft, steady eyes, understand something powerful. To them, you are not just their owner, you are their world. Have you ever looked at your senior dog and thought, wait, weren't you just napping 5 minutes ago? And now suddenly they're zooming through the house like a 6-month-old pup. When senior dogs start acting like puppies again, it can feel surprising, hilarious, and honestly, a little magical. 1 minute, your gray-faced best friend is carefully stepping off the couch like an old professor. The next, they're sprinting down the hallway, sliding across the kitchen floor, tail spinning like a helicopter. What's going on? First, it's usually a good sign. As dogs age, their energy levels naturally slow down. But that doesn't mean the playful spirit ever disappears. It just waits for the right moment. Maybe the weather feels cooler. Maybe you came home with extra excitement in your voice. Maybe they just felt really good that day. And boom, puppy mode activated. Sometimes, senior dogs get random bursts of energy known as zoomies. Yes, older dogs get them too. It's like their body suddenly says, hey, we're not done having fun yet. Another reason, comfort and security. Older dogs who feel deeply safe in their environment often relax enough to show playful behaviors again. That means they trust you completely. Acting silly, rolling on their back, playboing, those are vulnerable behaviors, and vulnerability equals love. But here's something important. If your senior dog suddenly becomes hyper after being low energy for a long time, it's smart to observe closely. Big behavioral changes, especially paired with confusion, restlessness at night, or accidents in the house, could sometimes signal cognitive changes. Not always, but it's worth paying attention. Now let's talk about the sweetest part. When older dogs play like puppies again, it's often because they're reliving joy. Dogs live in the present. They don't think, "I'm 12 years old." They think, "Ball? Yes, let's go." And when they run, even if it's slower than before, when they grab a toy and shake it like they used to, when they bounce toward you with that spark in their eyes, you're not just seeing energy, you're seeing memory, you're seeing comfort, you're seeing happiness. Seeing your dogs acting like puppies again isn't them going backward, it's them reminding you that play has no age limit. And honestly, that lesson might be more for us than for them. How much exercise does your dog actually need? Here's the truth. It's probably not the same as your neighbor's dog. And it's definitely not one quick walk around the block. Every dog is built differently. A border collie? That's basically a furry athlete with endless battery life. A bulldog? More like a laid-back couch supervisor with occasional bursts of enthusiasm. Age, breed, size, and personality all matter. Let's break it down. High-energy breeds like Huskies, Australian Shepherds, and Labrador Retrievers usually need 1 to 2 hours of activity every single day. And not just slow walking. We're talking brisk walks, fetch, running, agility games. Something that makes them pant and feel accomplished. If they don't get it, they'll create their own fun. Chewed shoes, torn pillows, zoomies at midnight. Medium energy dogs like beagles or cocker spaniels often do great with 45 to 90 minutes a day. A couple of solid walks plus some playtime usually keeps them balanced and happy. Low energy breeds like bulldogs or basset hounds may only need 30 to 60 minutes. But don't mistake low energy for no energy. They still need movement to stay healthy, avoid weight gain, and prevent joint issues. Now here's the part most owners miss. Mental exercise counts too. 10 minutes of training can tire your dog out more than a 30-minute walk. Puzzle toys, scent games, hide and seek. Learning new tricks, these challenge their brain. And a tired brain equals a calm dog. Puppies, short bursts, multiple times a day. Their joints are still developing, so long intense runs aren't safe. Senior dogs, gentler, slower walks. Movement keeps their joints flexible, but overdoing it can cause pain. And watch your dog's behavior. Are they restless? Barking more? Digging? That could mean they need more stimulation. On the flip side, if they're sore, limping, or exhausted for hours after activity, you may be pushing too hard. Here's the golden rule. Your dog should come home pleasantly tired, not completely drained. At the end of the day, exercise isn't just about burning energy. It's about bonding. Every walk, every game of fetch, every training session, it's communication, it's connection. So how much exercise does your dog actually need? Enough to keep their body healthy, their mind engaged, and their tail wagging. And trust me, when you get it right, you don't just see it, you feel it.